coincidental minors towards the end of that period to Graham Carbonneau and Andrew Cox. And the puck has been dropped to start period number 2. And the adrenaline control through Wahib Daj. And he plays it back into his own zone. And O'Connor controls, and now he skates out from behind the net. He plays it out through the skates of Darren Corstens. Plays it at the centre of the line for Daj. Corstens in with speed. He scores. What a play from the Adelaide Adrenaline. And they tie things up just 18 seconds into period number 2. A well-developed play by the Adelaide Adrenaline. Wahib Daj and Darren Corstens played that one beautifully, Luke Worthington.
That was like something out of a video game, just rushing up the ice straight off the face-off and netting it into the back corner. Great work by the Adrenaline's top line. I'm not sure if it's their import line, but just their top line in general. A really good effort by them, rushing up the ice and doing a sort of Perth Thunder-esque goal when the Perth Thunder are usually in this kind of form. Great goal on the rush there by by Darren Corstens. The assist will go to Wahib Daj and Gabriel O'Connor, but it's 1-1 early in the second period as the Thunder have won the face-off, gained the zone. The shot from the line from Hazelhurst is shrugged away by Peter King, and now the Adrenaline break out on the right wing. Oddie gets in over the centre of the line eventually, plays it back to Rezek. His shot is gloved easily by Heemskerk, and he chooses to keep play going. Bernard drops it behind the net for Hazelhurst, who plays it back through centre ice for Bernard, and now the left wing. The Thunder look to control into the zone. Dorr tipped it in, but O'Connor will go back to control for the Adrenaline. He's sealed up against the wall, but reverses it around. And Fabian, he plays it back down deep. It goes off the stick of Daj, and now Dorr has a chance to play the puck. 4 Adelaide players in deep behind the net. The puck rests on the back of the net, and now Daj will control and play it up ice and out of the zone. The Thunder control at centre. Bernard skates in now on the left wing. He's checked to the wall. Good checking by Wahib Daj. He skates in behind his own net and then drops it off for O'Connor. As the Thunder get a line change, O'Connor, right wing pass, is away from the stick there of Corstens. And Hazelhurst goes back to his own zone to control and now steps out with speed. He drops it off for Woodman, who looks to cut through centre. Good break there from Corstens, and he's in on the breakaway, shoots and scores! 2 early goals for Darren Corstens as the 4-on-4 ends. And it's 2-1 Adelaide Adrenaline, and Darren Corstens' stick is running hot at the moment. A defensive breakdown from the Thunder as Woodman tried to step up ice. Lost control of the puck. Darren Corstens got in on a breakaway, and he'll get an unassisted goal with 1:37 played in period number 2. It is now 2-1 Adrenaline. Yeah, wow. Jamie Woodman, another uncharacteristic turnover in the neutral zone. Darren Corstens pretty much walking in uncontested, and not too much Thomas Heemskerk could do about that when you're skating in, netting one from the low slot.
And Jamie Woodman is copping an earful from Richie Lamb on the bench. It has to be said, who runs the defensive lines. It wasn't a good play from Woodman. As you said, uncharacteristic, but it has cost the Thunder the lead. And it's 2-1 Adelaide Adrenaline, 2 goals in just 1 minute and 37 seconds of period number 2. And the Adrenaline lead 2-1. And now there's a penalty coming off the face-off, and it'll be a high sticking penalty, and the Thunder are on their heels at the moment. Alistair Punler is going to the penalty box. He'll be assessed a 2-minute minor for high sticking, and the Adelaide Adrenaline will have a power play with 2 minutes played in period number 2. Going to have to go on the penalty kill, the Thunder, and they're going to have to do a good job of it. They don't want to fall down 3-1.
They're really backed up against the wall here, the Thunder. The Adelaide Adrenaline's power play hasn't really been clicking as well as they might like it to throughout the season, but it is quite a high percentage despite being one of the lower ranked power plays in the league. I think they're sitting around 24 or 25.
And they win the face-off cleanly by Oddie back to the line. Played down by McMillan for Daj on the right wing wall. Now it's back to the line where Cole McMillan straddles the line, plays it down for Daj. He's open in the slot and shoots. It goes just wide. There was an opening there, but Wahib Daj just couldn't find the back of the net. Now the Adrenaline control back at the point. It's played down there by McMillan and Oddie. Oddie on the half wall has it knifed away from his stick. Now there's a penalty coming up, and it'll be on the Adelaide Adrenaline. And now we're going to skate 4 aside. So, a couple of penalties early. I think this one might be for, is it tripping? Possibly. Just waiting for the call from the referee. It looks like a stick infraction, it has to be said. There was no arms being thrown around in there. Adelaide, 2 minutes for hooking.
And I'll have to wait and see whose number goes up on the board there. It's going to be Graham Carbonell again with a couple of minutes on the board. And we'll skate 4 aside for a minute 31 before the Thunder have 29 seconds of power play time.
So 6 penalty minutes for Carbonell tonight.
Assuming there's no more penalties, of course. As this, the Thunder with the face-off. It's Bernard. Oh, what a save by Peter King. Wide open was Dorr, and King sprawled across to make a miraculous save to maintain the lead for the Adrenaline. And now the Adrenaline skate out of the zone. Right wing pass is O'Connor, who's pinching up from defence. His shot is blocked up and into the netting off the stick of Rob Hazelhurst. We'll have a face-off to the left of Thomas Heemskerk, but Luke Worthington, you will not see a better save than the one we just saw from Peter King.
I think Peter King is the Andrew Hammond of the Australian Ice Hockey League. Just manages to somehow go on these really hot streaks despite not always, he's such a great goalie, but not always being up there, and then he manages to just make ridiculous saves like that even when he's out of position.
And the Adrenaline win the face-off clean. The shot comes in from the line off the stick of Huxley and goes high and wide. He was looking for a deflection, and now the Thunder break out of the zone with speed. Right wing. Here's Dory, shoots just wide of the net on the blocker's side, and the Thunder look to keep the zone. It's played up the wall. The Adrenaline break up that play through Darge, but now on the near wall, Dorr plays it back up to the point. The shot comes in on net and a blocker save there from Peter King. Bernard looks to reverse it around the wall for Dorr. It's played up and out of the zone by the Adrenaline. Rolling puck through centre is going to be picked up by Huxley, and he'll skate in on the right wing for the Adrenaline as the Thunder look to make a change in the 4-on-4. That one bounced in on Heemskerk, had to make a quick little save with the glove. And now it's played back to the line for the Adrenaline. The shot comes in from Huxley. That's blocked and away to the right wing wall. The Adrenaline looking to keep the zone. They play it in deep. Going back to control is Bro for the Thunder. He plays it on the right wing, and with speed, out comes Hazelhurst. He cuts cross ice, looking to get in on the left wing. Does so. He's checked hard to the wall by Cole McMillan. And now there's a battle for it on this near wall. Hazelhurst, great drop pass there for Cox, who shoots straight into the chest of Peter King. And we'll have a face-off to the left, to the right of Peter King, who protests to the referee. And we'll have the face-off to his right. Andrew Cox and Peter King exchanging words at the moment as the captain of the Perth Thunder tries to get under the skin of the Adelaide netminder.
Yeah, and Cox did really well to create that turnover to get that shot on Peter King. But Peter King, again, coming out of his net like he likes to do, out really far of the net as usual. He's in position and it goes straight into his chest. There's just not too much they've been able to do against this guy.
So there's now 25 seconds of power play time for the Thunder off this face-off, which they've won. Bernard at the line, drops it down the wall. Here's Dorr, goes down to his goal line and then plays it back to the line for Bernard. He drops it off for Hazelhurst, who's skating, puts a wrist shot on net, and it goes off the shaft of the stick of Peter King. And the Thunder recover the puck through Tomic Sack. Back to the line for Hazelhurst, down the wall for Sack. Gives a give and go with Hazelhurst, who gets it back to Sack, steps down to the circle, plays it there for Dorr. He loses it off his stick to the corner, looks to work it back to the line, does so. Here's Hazelhurst, slap shot in on net. Good save by Peter King as Dorr was ghosting across looking for a deflection. Penalty time is up and we're back to 5-a-side. The Adrenaline still leading 2-1.
The Thunder are really, they were really cycling the puck well around on the power play, creating a lot of, or potentially creating a lot of chances if it wasn't for Peter King just being positioned so well, and he's really making it look easy out there. Also credit to the Adrenaline defense, who weren't really giving up too much down in the low slot.
The Adrenaline win the face-off in the defensive zone, and Huxley skates behind his own net and then breakout passes on the left wing. Here comes Oddie. He's in over the left wing line. He looks to put a power move in on net, and Heemskerk shuts off the short side. Corstens goes in with a battle behind the net, and in there's Pundler as well. It's kicked back out in front, and Heemskerk covers the loose puck and creates a stoppage with 10:02 remaining in period number 2. 2 early goals in this period to Darren Corstens has the score sitting at 2-1 Adelaide Adrenaline.
It was a shame to see the Thunder not get anything there on the power play, and now that it's worn off the Adrenaline again, 5-on-5, they've been doing some great work. They're all the way back up the ice and getting a chance on goal.
So the Adrenaline again control the face-off in the offensive zone. They've been doing well on face-offs so far. A shot comes in from Corstens and a good save from Heemskerk. The Thunder look to clear the puck off the wall, and they manage to chop it up and out of the zone off the stick of Harrop. He gets to centre ice, looks to play it in deep, but that's blocked. And now Huxley, good pass the other way. Goes in, well, it ends up being deflected in on net, and Heemskerk just has to smother the puck and create a stoppage in play at
9:43 of period number 2. 9:43 remaining, I should say, of period number 2. It's 2-1 Adelaide Adrenaline.
Adelaide are really creating a good forecheck here, forcing the Thunder to have to pass back to their own net. Heemskerk covering it up, and really that's just a sign when the goalie's covering it up in your own end off your stick that you're really being put under pressure by the other side.
And the Adrenaline are creating some serious forechecking time at the moment. And they win the face-off here. And there's a battle on the near wall for it. And the Adrenaline initially came up with the puck. Now it's cleared from the zone by the Thunder defence. And going back to take it is Cole McMillan for the Adrenaline. Good, well knifed off his stick by Jeffers. Might create a chance of passes back in front for Webster, but it was kicked away by the Adelaide defence. And now here's Darge leading the breakout, gets in on the left wing, plays it in front. Great save by Heemskerk on the deflection, and the Thunder managed to clear the zone. Here comes Jeffers up ice. He couldn't catch up with the puck though. O'Connor goes back to control it. Passes right wing for Riley. His pass through centre is chopped off by Webster, and it's played off the wall by Woodman and in on the left wing. Here comes O'Connor. He's checked by Jeffers, but keeps control of the puck. That'll be a tripping penalty against Jonathan Bremner. He got his stick into the skates of Gabriel O'Connor, and another power play coming up for the Adelaide Adrenaline as they look to extend the 2-1 lead they currently hold with 8:46 remaining in period number 2.
Bremner, the 100 gamer, unfortunately giving up a penalty there. He was playing the puck really hard, but I guess you've got to have a bit more control than that with the stick despite his best efforts. But we'll get to see Adelaide on the power play again. We'll get to see them cycling it around. The Thunder are going to be put under a lot of pressure again on the penalty kill. It's not like they haven't been under enough pressure already.
So Jonathan Bremner will sit for 2 minutes for tripping with 8:46 remaining in period number 2. It is 2-1 Adrenaline, as there's an issue with the ice surface here on the far side wall, or there might be something, part of the advertising board's fallen off the wall, and they've just dumped that over the glass, and play will resume in a matter of moments with a power play to the Adrenaline. Last time they were on the power play, they took a penalty 29 seconds in to even it up 4-on-4. I'm sure they'd love to take advantage of a full 2 minutes of power play time here.
Absolutely.
As Oddie takes the face-off and wins it cleanly for the Adrenaline. Back to the line. Here's O'Connor. He straddles the line. Pass it down left wing wall for Corstens. Now O'Connor. Cross-ice pass. Rezek. And O'Connor. In fact, it was Oddie, beg your pardon. No, it was Rezek. I was right the first time. O'Connor plays it down deep for Corstens. And now Oddie. Back to the line. Here's O'Connor. To the left wing wall. Oddie. Cross-ice pass. McMillan. Who pinched down. Back to the line. Great shot from Gabriel O'Connor. Good save on the headhunter from Heemskerk, and a secondary shot on net. He's also blocked off short side by Heemskerk. Bernard's in behind the net. He attempts to pass for a clearance, but Corstens comes up with the puck. And now Adelaide will be able to set up on the power play once again. McMillan at the line, plays it down deep there for Rezek. His initial shot was blocked, and his second shot was blocked by Hazelhurst. Now pinching down the wall is McMillan. Plays it in behind the net. They'll be looking to make Heemskerk move side to side. The puck back to the line for O'Connor. Now Oddie. Give and go with O'Connor, who straddles the line. And now he passes to the left wing. O'Connor gets it back. His shot, great blocker save through traffic from Heemskerk. And now the Thunder will finally be able to clear the puck the length of the ice and get a change of penalty killers. And Hazelhurst has had to stay out on the ice. He's struggling to get to the bench. He blocked a shot earlier in the plate. Hazelhurst, he's really struggling to get to the bench, so he's stayed out on the ice. And the Adelaide Adrenaline come up with a puck. Cox checks it off the stick of O'Connor, who's probably losing his legs because he's been out there the entire power play at the moment. McMillan looks to break through centre, but he had it worked off his stick. And the Adrenaline have to go back to their own zone to control. Dropping it off there was Darge. And now here's Cole McMillan looking to skate in on the right wing. Skates through two Thunder bodies, then handles around. Great move there from Cole McMillan, but it's sealed off in the nick of time by Thomas Heemskerk. What a power move by Cole McMillan, the defenseman.
McMillan again really charging the net hard. We saw Heemskerk. We saw him collide into Heemskerk earlier. Heemskerk throwing a bit of a punch into the side of McMillan after that one. Instead, this time he manages to dodge Heemskerk and not knock the net off its mooring. But Heemskerk doing a great job to cover up the puck there and make sure that it doesn't go in. I guess that's his job, but. He made an extremely good effort there on a swift move by McMillan.
Outstanding forecheck time from the Adrenaline on this power play, and they've created a couple of good chances, but Heemskerk has kept the game at a 1-goal difference as they win the face-off, and now back to the line. It's Huxley. He plays it down low for Darge. A low slap shot. Goes just wide of the net. It's kept in the zone as they battle for the puck down low.
Here's Riley with a shot. That was blocked down. In fact, I beg your pardon, it's Carbonneau. And now the Thunder come up with the puck on the defensive wall. And it's played the length of the ice. Won't go far enough for icing. And going in behind the net to control is Fabian. Fabian plays it up through centre with a good stretch pass for Corstens. He scored 2 so far in this game. Protects the puck well, but then lost it off his stick. And now with speed the other way comes Michael Dorr. He's in behind and the shot scores! Off the back of a big penalty kill. Michael Dorr levels the scores for Perth Thunder at 2. It is 2-2 with 6:19 remaining in period number 2. And Luke Worthington, good time for Michael Dorr to sneak in behind the defence and level things up for the Thunder.
Absolutely, it was a great breakaway chance just as the Thunder get back at 5-on-5. Michael Dorr manages to do what he does best, generate a chance off the rush, walk in all by himself and slip one into the back of the net. I think he's had a bit of trouble actually finding the net. He's had some really good chances. I guess his Corsi percentage would be higher. Corsi, for those who don't know, is shots that you take that either don't hit the net as well as hitting the net. So his Corsi percentage would be quite high, but due to the amount of chances he's been able to generate, it's just hitting the net for him, and he did that time, and it's gone straight past Peter King on the low blocker side.
Well, he's in outstanding goal-scoring form, scored 5 goals in the All-Star game last weekend, and now he's got a couple on this weekend already as the Thunder control from the ensuing face-off. Dorr looks to play it cross ice. He's muscled away from the puck by O'Connor, and now going back to get it is Rezek. The opposite number for Michael Dorr, number 19. He throws a long shot in from behind the red line on net, and Heemskirk has to make a save. Then he throws one cross crease, and Daj controls on the near side wall. Played down low there by Corstens. It's controlled in front of the net by Rezek, and his shot's deflected away from the net. Had a good opportunity there, and now the Thunder again under pressure in their defensive zone. Daj steps out from behind the net. His shot was blocked, and now the shot comes in on net off the stick of Fabian, and it's blocked by the stick of Heemskirk wide of the net. Puck played around the wall into the corner. The Thunder look to play it off the boards as well. Controlled there by Fedor, and his shot is blocked away by Heemskirk. Played around the wall. Corstens in the right wing corner. Plays it back through the defensive slot. The offensive slot, but good defensive play from the Thunder, and Bernard out on the right wing. Here's Dorr. He shoots on net. It goes off the pad of Peter King, and he manages to smother the loose puck and make the save. 5:16 remaining in period number 2. It's 2 goals apiece.
It seems like the Thunder import line are mixing things up again. Jessica Bernard's dropping over to the right wing in general play. Michael Dorr seems to be centering the line while they're playing. I haven't really seen who's been taking the face-off, so I'd assume it's Bernard, but it seems like Jessica's been dropping over to the right wing on most of their plays, and it seems to be working for them. They're generating some good chances off the rush.
Oddie wins the face-off for the Adrenaline. They control in their own zone and scale it up ice. Not the full length, so Woodman has to go back to control. No icing on that play. Woodman, his pass out on the right wing comes Hazelhurst with speed through centre. Rob Hazelhurst gets in on the left wing, stops up at the half wall, then puts a shot in on net, and it got through King, but he got enough on it to send it wide of the net. And now McMillan, his right wing pass finds Oddie, and he just dumps it in deep, and Heemskirk comes out of his net to control. And he plays it for Woodman in the left wing corner, and now he plays it up the left wing wall. And controlling is Kairos. Skates back into his own zone, then builds up some speed. Gets in over the centre of the line. His shot was blocked away to the corner. McMillan looked to play it up off the wall, but Harrop, good forechecking pressure. Nearly turned the puck over. Carbonneau looked to play it out of the zone, but it's kept in by leaping Hazelhurst, who controls it now deep on the wall. Looked to tip it in was Harrop, but it went just wide of the net. And now Kairos playing it in deep, looking for Hazelhurst. Good defensive stick from Oddie. The puck looked to be played up off the wall, but Oddie now controls on the right wing and gets in over the line for the Adrenaline. Cross corner dump. Adelaide will get a change. And now Hazelhurst looking for a stretch pass through centre. That's a good pass to the left wing for Kairos. Has a little bit of speed. Last legs on this line. A good shot saved by King. The rebound went out to the stick there of Tomek Sack. He couldn't get a shot through on net though, as it's wheeled around the wall and played back to the line for Campbell. He just dumps it in deep, intentionally wide of the net. Webster on the forecheck, couldn't get it away from Cole McMillan. And McMillan plays it up the wall there for Corstens. And now it's worked out of the zone there by Fedor. There's a whistle on the play, and there is a hand pass being called. So there'll be a face-off at neutral ice. Score is 2-2 with 3:33 remaining in period number 2.
Thunder were doing some good work in the offensive zone. It seemed like they were fanning on a few shots, however, that probably would have been quite good shots had they managed to get the stick on it and put it on the net. But I guess it's that wall that's Peter King that would have been stopping them in that case.
As the Adrenaline control off the face-off, the puck deflects off a Thunder defenseman on the dump in and ends up trickling in on net, where Heemskirk is forced to cover. Just technically making a save. Got some Luke's just giggling in the background. We've got some vocal Adelaide Adrenaline fans, which we love, on our Mixler feed. Just making a case for Peter King and the form that he's currently in at the moment.
I think in power rankings he'd definitely be up there if you wanted to make a case for best goalie in the league.
He'd be on the strength of how he's done at Perth Ice Arena this weekend. He'd be right up there because he stopped 35 of 36 yesterday, and he's stopped all but 2 of probably 15 or 16 shots so far tonight.
Yeah. And he had a great game last night.
So
he's been really well positioned, and then even when he's out of position, he can go and make that athletic save. And I mean, I read out that yesterday that he has a lower save percentage, 891. It's probably a lot higher after this weekend. It might even be up in the 900s after this weekend. But he's been really in just some outstanding form.
Well, as we know in the Australian League, anything over 900 is a fantastic save percentage.
There's only 2
over
over
time.
900.
There's only 2 at the moment. And Peter King would be the nearest local goalie to a 900 save percentage.
He's probably the top local goalie, I'd say.
As from the face-off, the puck is iced there. Unless, because Anthony Kimmelin hasn't had a great season so far for the Sydney Bears as far as his save percentage is concerned.
Yeah, and I guess it's been hard. I mean, I haven't seen the Sydney Bears play. We'll get to see them play when they come into town, but we'll be able to make out more of that and hope probably why, because he is such a great goalie.
As the Thunder control it from the face-off. And it's worked around the wall, though it's been turned over. Rezek's shot trickles in on net, and Heemskirk just gets a glove on it. 2:58 remaining. 2-2 is still the score. And other local goalies you might think about. Charlie Smart's another one for the Sydney Ice Dogs.
Ranked 8th, I think, in most statistics.
Alexi Toivonen, who's one for the CBR Brave. He's you're right. Peter King is right up there as far as the local goalies are concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's only 2 imports above him. I guess he'd be third in the league when
in a lot of statistics. Absolutely. So the Thunder look to control this one off the face-off, but the Adrenaline managed to keep the zone as Huxley puts a shot in on net, and this one's absorbed by the body of Thomas Heemskirk. And the Thunder will look for a line change of forwards here because they've lost 3 consecutive face-offs in the defensive zone and iced the puck once as well.
I'm still trying to think of goalies. Then you have Fraser Carson for the Mustangs.
Oh yes, of course, yeah, Fraser Carson.
And I mean, I guess with the way the Mustangs have been playing, which has been, I guess, streaky, you could say his numbers haven't been their best.
And Jaden Pine Murphy, since he took over from Troy Davenport as well, has been fantastic. He is a New Zealander, of course, but does count as a local for the Australian Ice Hockey League. So some good local goalies coming through as the Thunder have won the defensive zone face-off, and they skated out on the right wing. Now Cox is in over the blue line on the left wing, wheels in behind the net, looking for the wraparound chance. The tip went just wide off the stick of Dale Harrop, and now going to control is Huxley in his own zone. He plays one high up through centre, looking for Corstens, who was looking to get him behind the defence, but it comes to the stick there of Kudla, who handles his way into the zone over the centre of the line, drops it off, shot comes from Harrop and goes just wide of the net. And now Corstens out on the right wing, he plays it down, no icing on this play because Rezek led the play into the zone. Heemskirk had to come out of his net to control, and the Thunder do come up with the puck. Cox plays it through centre for Kairos. Kairos, a turning pass, ends up on the stick, nearly of Cox, and that'll be a tripping penalty against the Adrenaline defenseman in Cole McMillan, who stuck out the leg, and Andrew Cox lost his footing on that check from Corstens, the leg-to-leg check, and it'll be a 2-minute tripping minor with 2:02 remaining in period number 2. And the Thunder have the chance to make it 3-2.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it would have been a great chance for Cox had he managed to get into the zone unscathed, but it was just one of those things where it was an accidental trip. I think he was going for the puck, put his leg out. Cox came in at just the right time. If you're Andrew Cox, the wrong time for the Adrenaline.
Yeah, I should clarify that. Absolutely no malice in the play.
No, not at all.
From Cole McMillan, but he'll sit for a couple of minutes, and the Thunder control from the face-off. Bernard plays to the half wall for Dorr. Dorr plays it down. Sack. He steps up to the circle. He shoots, and it goes just wide. Peter King didn't know where that one went, and it had missed the net. Back at the point, here's Bro. He plays it across the line for Hazelhurst. Now down low, pitching up on the play. A big shot from Bernard. Goes just high of the net, and managing to get it out of the zone there is Kane Fedor. And Bernard will have to go back to his own zone to control for the Thunder. Good breakout pass, and in on the left wing comes Dorr. Dorr drops it off there for Bernard. Bernard pinching down. Dropped it back for Dorr on the half wall. Dorr back to the line for Hazelhurst. He drops it off for Dorr. Steps down to the dot, then back to the line. Hazelhurst gets it back to Dorr. Dorr tries to put a shot in. It's blocked, but King almost caught out of position, but Sack couldn't get a shot away. and plays it back to the line for Hazelhurst. Good offensive zone time for the Thunder on this power play. Dorr on the half wall, steps out, back to Hazelhurst at the line, drops it off for Dorr. Oh, he controlled it on the backhand. Michael Dorr, interesting, he grabbed his stick in a different grip. Plays it down low for Bernard. Bernard looked to play it back through traffic, looking for the stick of Sack, but it was deflected away. And the length of the ice, the Adrenaline will manage to get a change. We've got 40 seconds remaining in the power play as the Thunder make a change of their power play unit. Here's Webster in over the line. His shot goes just wide of the net on the far side. And now Bremner looking to keep the zone. Manages to do so. Plays it down the wall. Webster couldn't keep control of the puck. And the puck has been cleared from the zone. And now at centre, here comes Woodman with speed. In over the centre of the line, he drops it off. Webster just straddles the line. Now he launches a shot in on net. It's tipped off the stick of Bremner. And a good save from Peter King on the power play, which has got 13 seconds remaining. It's 2-2.
Bremner did well just then to get down, drop low in front of the net and get the tip in on that one, but Peter King just too good. Kieran Webster also continuing his form throughout the match with that shot from the top of the blue line. He's just been in some great shooting form for this entire match. Like you said, he missed the net just before he took that shot up from the blue line.
So Andrew Cox is centering a line with Jonathan Bremner and Kieran Webster as the puck is won straight back to Bremner cleanly. His shot off the face-off didn't get through on net. Good blocking there as it's back to the line. Kudla's shot. Good blocker save from King. He's caught out of position. The pass back in front, though, didn't find a Thunder stick. It's cleared the length of the ice, and that'll do us for 2 periods of play at Perth Ice Arena.